Hey there, Domaniacs. We're back, and I'm back with some more unboxing videos. That's right. So recently, there's been a lot of NECA releases. So this is going to be a NECA heavy video. I do have one Skeletor figure for you all. So I know my Skeletor crew, you're going to be happy. But recently, there was a Target Haulathon. You know, that happens every year. A lot of these came from that. A couple figures were just re-released at Target at the same time, not part of Haulathon, but all of the NECA figures, except for one, came from Target. One of them came directly from NECA. And then I've got this Skeletor figure. So that being said, it's been way too long that I've been gone. Let's open some more toys. Coming up first, Skeletor. That's right. So this He-Man Masters of the Universe Skeletor Evil Lord of Destruction cartoon collection, 40th anniversary. I wasn't going to open it, but that's what we do. That's what we do on the domain. That's why you watch. This is going to go right up behind me on the Skeletor shelf. He's clear, he's see-through. He's got the invisibility helmet. He's got Orko's cloak. It's from the episode Disappear Act. So check it out. Mini comic comes inside too. Pretty cool. So I love the animated cartoon collection, especially the Skeletor, the way he looks. My favorite was the cartoon, so open that, just crack that right open, and let's get to it. Down there. Alright, we got this mini comic here, Vengeance. I wonder if it's just the same with everything for the waiver, if this is a special figure. To be continued. Looks like Skeletor is getting his vengeance on. It's a She-Ra comic, so there's Hordak in it. Neat. Now, we've got this little... Ooh. Alternate face right here. That's pretty cool. You can change up his expression. Put that off to the side. And I've got the invisibility helmet. Yes, that's going to go right on his head. Not really much fast forwarding this one. Not really much fast forwarding with that one, but that was pretty cool. So just throw that off to the side. I'll start trash pile. Wow, this really looks like a gummy candy. I wish to eat it. I am going to eat you. Nom nom nom. Very cool. I'm glad I happened to be online and pulled the trigger when this one was available, because it was unavailable very quickly. That's okay. Moving on with the power of editing. Wipe. Okay, so next, I want to get the turtles out of the way. I don't want to, do a couple turtles. Get them all done at once. I'll try to categorize it. So first, we're going to go with Old Man Raphael from the comic book collection. This is pretty cool. I like it. There's a little stingray in there. I don't know if that's a nod to Ray Fillet. I actually haven't read this specific comic it's from. I know. But a buddy of mine just gifted me like the entire original Ninja Turtle comics collection. It's really just been a situation of time and availability. So I will read it. I do have an IDW comic that was Old Man Raphael, and I thought they were the same, and I was going to display them together, kind of like I did back here with my wrestling toy figure bros. Not you, Cordona, fuck you. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. I'm going to put this on the regular shelf. I did also manage, spoiler for a later video, to get the cartoon diorama when it briefly went back up for sale. So for those of you keeping record, I do now have all 3 dioramas, which means I'm going to have to expand something. I don't know, this might be one of those figures that I take out and put on the I'm going to have to do some picking and choosing here, because Rachel and I have decided that we're going to go for a bigger house. And I need a bigger toy room. So we're going to figure that out. A bunch of stuff's going to have to just wait until I have more space to put it with wishful thinking. I don't know. But that's not what you're here for. Let's open a toy. Excellente. And now we have Senor Raphael. Old Man Turtle. Old Man Logan Raphael. he's going to team up with Hawkeye and fight the Hulks, because that's what happened in the comics and not the movie. I know everyone's going to hate me, but I purposely have not watched the Logan movie. If it's not with Clint versus the Hulks and their inbred children, I don't want it. For non-comics fans, that probably seemed real fucking weird. Anyway, really cool figure. He's definitely sticking around. I don't know. I like what they've done with this Haulathon. There's the Hunter Leo, and there's Bandana Donnie, and there's definitely like alternative versions of the comic book brothers, which admittedly look exactly the same. So I don't know. I might be going back to the store to get the Donnie and the Leo so I can set them next to something. Michelangelo's the Wanderer. That was really the first one. So I'm going to have to do something with that. But real quick, we'll look at the accessories. We've got some throw-in stars, some throw-in spikes, and that Ray fillet. So that's not really a lot of accessories with the comic book series, and I'm okay with that. But moving on, also in the comic series, we've got Super Turtle with the Domoids. This one was a little bit heftier. I believe they're calling this like a deluxe figure or something. I don't know. A lot of people are complaining about the $50 price tag. You know, it's part of what's going on right now. I just decided I was going to pay a little bit more now instead of paying more later. Just think about it. If it's something that you really want, and it makes you this makes me happy. You know, you don't have to get every figure in the line, but this Super Turtle makes me happy. He's got the two Domoids, one all messed up. He's got the broken dome on top. He's got the cartoon, you know, hash marks. Looks like there's a Polaroid camera and a street cover in here and some hands and an extra, you know, angry head. So fast forward magic and we'll get this bad boy opened up. And excellent. So this has a wire cape on it. Very cool. He still has a shell. It's still a very similar body to the cartoon or the comic book turtle body. He's got gloves, he's got boots, he's got a belt, and this wire cape. Oh man, he's definitely going with my Batman Donnie. I don't Dark Turtle's what they called it. Yeah, I remember that on the fly. A couple more accessories with this bad motherfucker. You got a dumbbell, you got the pickaxe, an axe, flail, whatever that thing's called. But yeah, in addition to the extra hands, there were some weapons and stuff. So I'll be getting a close up of that right now, so you can see everything. And yeah, with the magic of editing, everything is possible. So throw all that stuff over in the trash pile. Move that right there, so I remember to get that B-roll. But something else I really like about the OG comic book boxes is that they all come with just, you know, the same street background. And essentially, you could take them all up and have a whole nother diorama if you want. Too many dioramas. All right. So moving on, I happened to score the last two brothers that I needed for the last Ronin, because I've had this shelf sitting over here with just Raphael and Donnie on it the whole time. It's just a little tiny shelf, so I'm glad to finally put the other two brothers on it. We're going to take a look at them real quick. I'm not going to get into, you know, too much detail, as these are older figures and they've been out for a while and a lot of people know about them. It's just they were really hard for me to get. I know a lot of people ended up getting them on clearance through Walmart for real cheap. I got them through Target full price. I ordered them. They came with the next figure I'll be opening after these two. But I've got these last Ronin, so we'll look at Leonardo first. You know, very cool. They've got the suggested pose on the inside cover, and then I like the size of these turtles. So let's get to some fast forwarding motion, and I'll open this bad boy up. So for something with such little tiny pieces as these 4 or 5 little tiny kunai in here, man, they packaged it just to set you up to spill those all over the carpet the second you open. Shame on you, NECA. This dude was way too vac sealed in there. I had to try a little hard, and I'm not upset about the effort I had to exert. It's just the simple fact that, like, holy crap, those were about to fly everywhere. Now, I will say the coolest thing on this is, as we go into zoom in mode, there are little holes back here to slot the sword into, which is very cool. The sword goes into the sheath, and almost, oh my god, that just goes just like butter. Just like butter. Oh. So yeah, I've got his buddy Casey Jones on the way. I've got him pre-ordered, so hopefully that, eventually comes. Looking at you, Entertainment Earth, who keeps pushing him back. Throwing shade. Moving on next, we'll look at Michelangelo. Hello, brother Mikey. Grows up to be the big brother. Last Ronin. Spoilers if you haven't somehow read it by now or seen that. Just go away, Leonardo. I'm going to set you up. You got to be difficult. Alright. Fast forward and go. So this is one funky piece of plastic. I like the fact that they kept the nunchaku absolutely decompartmentalized from the rest of the stuff. He's got his alternate upsetty head. I mean, they're both upsetty heads. This is a sad Michelangelo. He's got the red band painted on his armor right there to signify that Raphael has fallen at this point. It's a somber set. Like, it's a very badass, look of the turtles, but it's man, it is a sad time in their lives. They are not doing well with the fact that Karai and Raphael killed each other, and you are not going in there the way I want you to, nunchucks. Come on. Be Leonardo's sword. There we go. So I'll get the other one stuffed in there too. But yeah, I like this. I've waited a very long time for this figure, and I'm glad to finally have it in hand. Very cool. I'm so excited to set these on the shelf. So yeah, I got the Leonardo and Michelangelo Last Ronin figures. Last Ronin meant a lot to me when it came out. It was very cool to see Eastman and Laird working together again. I blame that on the Toys That Made Us guys. I love you too. Very good to meet them at the Indiana Comic Convention. Had a very good time there. So, next up on the shelf, it's Pee-wee's Playhouse. I hope I was allowed to show a clip there and not just say it myself. But no, this is very cool. Instead of having a whole front door flap that opens, it's secured with stickers right now. That's how it came. But just the door. You just open up the door. It's a Pee-wee's Playhouse. I don't know. When I was a kid, I loved watching this show. Very cool. I know a lot of people just only know the movies, but we watched the show in my house. So we'll go ahead and liberate this Pee Wee Herman with some fast forward motion. That was great. Pulling him out like, yeah, take my hand. Do it. Yeah. This is Pee Wee's Playhouse. Ow. I'm actually very excited for this figure. A lot of people were dogging on saying it doesn't look a lot like Paul Rubens, but I think it looks like Paul Rubens as an action figure. He only comes with 3 accessories, but it's the only 3 accessories we need for a Pee Wee Herman's Pee Wee Playhouse Ultimate figure. You got Terry, okay? This is a whole nother actual character. He has articulation. His wings move. He's comedic sidekick. He's a goddamn pterodactyl. What else do you need? Jeez. And then he's also got the words of the day as Ultimate and NECA. So I cannot wait for this to go on my 80 shelf, which is directly on the opposite side of where the camera is sitting. So maybe right now I will add what it looks like after I put Pee Wee on the shelf with this luscious voice speaking over him. Yeah, so that's the Pee Wee. There's not a whole lot to him for an Ultimate figure. But what came with him, I was happy to have. He's got extra hands. He's got the words of the day. He's got 2 alternate heads, and one motherfucking green puppet pterodactyl that stole my heart when I was 6 years old. I love you, Terry. Terry, put it in reverse. Not the same Terry at all. I just have brain rot sometimes. So, finally and foremost, the first figure that I actually got on this whole little acquiration here, we've got Friday the 13th, Part 1, Pamela Voorhees Ultimate Action Figure. I've been waiting on this for a long time. We've only had cloth figures. This is a great likeness. She's got 1, 2, 3 extra heads, a machete, a broken R, or a bow with 2 arrows, a knife, and an axe. So we'll go ahead and hit that fast forward motion and cut her open. Very nice. She's wearing the fucking sweater, my dudes. This is great. This is an absolute perfect likeness of Jason's mommy. Kill her mommy. Kill for mommy. Oh god, this is great. I cannot wait to put this on my shelf. Next to Part 2 Jason and that Camp Crystal Lake sign. So this is where I'm going to put what that shelf looks like. I didn't show any of the turtles what they look like on the shelf because I'm not a premonitionist. I just know that I'm trying to, not expand too much more before I move. But this one's got to go on the shelf. This is great. You got the knife holder, you got the broken oar, you got the axe, you got the machete, alternate heads. Oh man, this is such a figure. I love Friday the 13th, the whole series, especially the first one. I guess you can't really see because it's off screen, but I got the first movie. I got the Scream Factory poster. Anyway, this has been another action figure. This is an XL episode of Check It Out Action Figure Unboxing. I'm Josh. Thanks for stopping by, and especially if you stuck with the whole episode. I had a lot of figures to unbox because it's been a lot of time away. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Check out our podcasts. If you like wrestling, a bunch of marks, we're doing great things over there with that one. If you like just general tomfoolery, the Next Level podcast where we talk about all sorts of pop culture. I'm going to put Betsy Palmer down here before she gets the wrong idea. Check us out, like, share, and subscribe. Love, peace, chicken grease. I'm Josh, and I'll see you the next time on Check It Out.